Steam Workshop is finally in Rivals of Aether. Now that some time has passed, there are a lot of shitty characters. So I have come down your friendly neighborhood, Adam Carra. I've come on by to help curate the Steam Workshop for Rivals of Aether. And so I thought, wouldn't it be fun to make a video no one wants to see, something nobody has asked for? Which Mario is the best Mario? The first Mario that we're gonna look at is Mario is Ready to Fight by XArtix32. This is the closest Mario to Smash Mario, although there are a number of differences. This Mario feels like a heavyweight. That's the biggest noticeable thing that you'll see when you play this character, is you're like, why am I so fat and slow? And also, why is Mario feel so heavy? Basically, most of the moves are the same. There are a couple of differences like back air and dash attack. I do like what they did with Fireball. The Fireball is interesting, so because Rivals doesn't have shields, and so you really can't have a Fireball like the way it works in Smash. It'd be too spammable. It'd probably be too good, so they made it slower and active for a long time, so it is pretty easy to parry, but it is like zonable. Feels like they actually thought about this, or it was an accident. Who knows? I can't speak for the person. I don't know anything about them. Backtrack here. I don't know if any of these characters are stolen from any of the Smash Flash, Smash Crusade, whatever kind of games. I'm just giving credit to the person that uploaded it in the workshop. I have no idea if they've stolen it or not. I don't fucking care. These are copyrighted characters anyway. Going back to just like the overall kit, I mean, it works because it's Smash Mario, but there's just something clunky about it. He just doesn't feel right. He doesn't feel like Mario. He doesn't feel like Spider-Man. Like Mario in Melee is extremely slidey. His wave dash goes fairly far, but this Mario, like, his wave dash barely has any distance at all. Another noticeable difference, Mario's cape doesn't give him any height. That's probably like one of the biggest differences between this one and Smash. His cape is way less useful. It also doesn't actually reflect projectiles, which, you know, is minus points. But to be fair, it's probably hard to code or something. I don't know. I don't know anything about coding this. So when we're looking at each character, we're gonna give them two different ratings. We're gonna give them a rating based off of how overpowered they are, which is gonna be a rating of 0 to 10, 10 being Sandbert, and we'll say Raster's 5. And then another rating that'll just be out of 10, that is Adam Carra's Fun Pinion. Just how fun I think the character is. So this Mario is probably the most balanced of the ones we're going to talk about. I'd say this Mario is probably like a 3 or a 4, which is good. Which is like, if you want to like actually have a balanced character, I feel like this Mario would be relatively balanced when compared to the rest of the existing Rivals cast. A couple of things that do feel kind of like, that's questionable. Is his down smash is nuts. But besides that, I don't know, the rest of his kit just seems fine. I give this Mario a 5 out of 10 in terms of in its fun pinion. He's pretty boring. I don't know. Maybe it's just like I've seen the Smash Mario so much. So when you take a combination of something that's not that original and you make them slower, that it just makes them more boring. All right, next up, we're going from the most boring character to a Mario that has some of the coolest ideas I've seen looking at workshop characters. I have looked at a bunch of workshop characters, but I just decided to do the Marios for this video. I don't know. So yeah, Mario and Luigi by Kobaz. First off, this character, unlike the rest of them, isn't just Mario, so I don't know if that's cheating or whatever. Who disqualified? Sorry, you will not receive any prize money for this. First thing you obviously have to talk about with this character is their main gimmick, I guess, is that you're Mario and Luigi, but you're not like ice climbers. Instead, you have this crazy meter. You can only be one character for so long before it just auto forces you into the other character. And your down special will switch you, so you can like manage it if you want. If you have a giant brain and you're like, oh, I can use, you know, Mario's Nair and then link that into Luigi's Fair or whatever. But besides that, it kind of boils down to you're just playing as one, and then suddenly you're just like, oh, I forgot. Suddenly I have to be Luigi, and it kind of interrupts you. But I like the idea of like the time management. Even like it forces you to think about this mechanic. That's something we haven't seen in Rivals. So the differences between Mario and Luigi aren't that great. They just have like a number of different moves that are different. Most of their moves are the same, like Fair, Bear, Dare are all the same, but Luigi has this crazy Nair he just gets a giant ball and he bounces. I don't actually think it's that good, because as far as I can tell, it forces the second bounce, which means you can't actually get a follow-up, and there are often situations where the other player is active before you because you're stuck on the dumb ball. Yeah, a number of their moves are just really creative. I love the back air, how it like drops the hammer. Both Mario and Luigi have a team-up move where your side special will grab the other Mario and plop him on your head, and basically you just do this one spin attack that I don't think is actually very good. And that boils down to what this character is. It's a bunch of cool ideas that aren't very good. The moves just feel really jank, and they don't feel like they work together. They just kind of all have a weird idea that do their own thing. This character is probably like a 2 in terms of the overpoweredness. I feel like this character is really weak. Their main thing is they do have speed going for them, so there might be like one move they could spam that's like really, really strong, and because they're so fast, they can get away with it. But if that's not the case, then yeah, I think they're probably weaker than like the Rivals cast. But because of the ideas, because this character is so fun, I'm gonna give it an 8 in the fun pin. The next Mario we're gonna look at is Paper Mario by Phoba. This is a trend I'm seeing with a lot of like the better workshop characters, is they all have really cool ideas but very poor execution. Paper Mario's specials are basically useless. It's a neat idea, but in practice it just doesn't work at all. You have a little meter at the bottom. Forward special and down special and neutral special all work with this little meter. It takes way too long to charge anything. I like the idea of you having to like time the move, and then like in the case of down special, like you actually have different moves based off of when you release, but they all take way too long. You can't zone with them. The amount of time it takes to do any of them, especially the later charges, which are often the better ones. So the person's just gonna punch you. You're just gonna get punched. His normals are also just this mishmash. Like some moves just feel utterly useless, like dash attack, while other ones seem extremely good, like up smash or something. He's got cool normals, which like almost makes up for the character, but like overall he feels just very unfinished. He just feels like a half character. He's got a lot of cool things going on, but the overall package just isn't complete. This character gets a 1 in its power scaling and the Sambert rating. But the ideas are still neat, although I feel like they're less usable than they are within like Mario and Luigi. So this character gets a 5 in my fun opinion. Okay, so we're looking at Mario by Emerald Man 13, and this Mario is... No! What do I do? What do I do? No! What do I do? He feels like 100% accurate Mario, essentially. Like he feels like the Mario straight out of those videos. His side B is his Kate from Mario World, and it's insane. It doesn't have a hitbox, but it's so fast and you can repeat it and flip and fly around. Basically, most of his moves are just extremely good and extremely fast. He's got this projectile that is so stupid. He doesn't even need that projectile. Like the rest of his normals and stuff are so fast, except like a few of the moves are like slow for some reason, like his up tilt and stuff. Or it is weird in terms of like a feel because he's not balanced, but the moves that are like balanced that are slower don't feel good when you play them because you're like, I just want to be completely 100% overpowered. This character probably gets a 9 in the OP rate, in the power rating. But in terms of fun, I'm just gonna give it a 10. It's just too bonkers to not enjoy how stupid this character is. And the last one we're gonna talk about is Mario by Fire, which is absolutely my favorite Mario. Spoilers for the ranking that I'll do after I talk about this guy. His kit minus 1 move is like it's like perfect. 1 move is what like makes the whole character work, in my opinion, and like everything else just doesn't get in its way. There's this 1 move that's really cool, and all the other moves are just like, oh yes, please, we live to serve you move. And that's his side B. It is so just like simple and genius the way it works. It's like that little dive thing that he does, which is really great that it's incorporated as a move in Mario because you see that in so many of the platforming Marios. I think it's really in the spirit of the character, and it's a really awesome move. You can cancel it essentially with anything, and it has a hitbox. It's probably a little overtuned, but it's so good. It feels so good to use and move since you can wave dash out of it. And then he also has, just on top of it, a little cherry on top, he has this weirdo down B, which I think doesn't really fit the spirit of the character, but it is just a cool movement option. He does a little backflip, and if you hit it again, he does this kick that stuns him. It's just cool. This character is just so cool. This character's got really just good design. Like all of his moves like lead into each other. I don't know if this was an accident or what. I'm gonna say that with everybody. I don't know if anybody's good at all. I don't know if anybody knows what they're doing, but sometimes cool stuff happens, and whatever Fire did for this character really worked. So he gets a 10 in my fun opinion. A perfect score. This character's great. One thing Sandbert Dare. So many characters have like just the spike dare. I don't understand. It's with this Mario, everything about this Mario feels like so original and fresh and cool aspects from other Marios that they want to, but they have their own ideas, except Sandbert Dare. Sandbert Dare is so stupid. It makes a character way better than they should be, probably. So I forget, like when I was playing the character, I just didn't use it because I refused to believe that that's part of the kit. Give this Mario a different dare and he's perfect, basically. In terms of power scaling or ranking or whatever, it's, I think, probably a 4. The Sandbert Dare might push him into a point where he is like overpowered. So, to rank them, we're going in number 5, Paper Mario. It's my least favorite one. His specials are stupid and they don't work. Number 4, Mario is ready to fight. He's just uninspired and he just feels slow and clunky. Mario by Emerald Man 13. He's just too broken. He's super fun though to mess around with. Coming in number 2, Mario and Luigi. I just appreciate the ideas. There's just so much like cool gimmicks that they went and tried, even if they failed at actually accomplishing them. It has the coolest ideas, besides of course number 1, Mario by fire. This Mario truly is fire, my friend. Congratulations. The prize money is in the mail. Just kidding. The real best Mario is Mario Pissin'. This is what you wanted, right? Just kidding. The real best Mario is Granddad. This was a video. I'm back, guys. I just moved again. I didn't do a vlog this time about me moving because I've moved 3 times in the last 3 years. So who knows? Maybe I'll move next year. I don't know. It doesn't matter anymore. But there may be special guests. One, it's Stefan. Stefan probably will be back in videos. Comment down below if you'd like to have me. I like this. Let's rank some more because again, Steam Workshop is in dire need of curation. So comment down below what characters you want to see me review. Please remember to like and subscribe if you liked it. And if not, then don't. Thank you all for tuning in. See you on the flip-flop.